Fruit? Yeah, fruit's gonna make you fat. Or in buying, oh my god, banana brain. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I snapped that I was going to record my how I transitioned to veganism video, and it was only about 20 minutes ago I realised it's already like 6 o'clock and I look like shit. So my options were to either number one, just record it anyway, or number two, put it off. But I've been putting this off for long enough, I think. I've made a shit ton of notes so I don't forget anything, and I've been making these for like the last 3-4 weeks. I have to start off by saying I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. So this is not me giving anyone diet advice. I'm just telling you how I transitioned and tips that I myself have discovered. Also, I thought what better time to debut my new Vegan Revolution t-shirt. I got these from John Venus's website. He's one of my favourite vegan YouTubers because he's hot. So yeah, just a black t-shirt, really nice. I got the size medium, and I'm probably a dress size like, I'm probably like an 11, so I'm not quite a 10 but I'm not quite a 12, just for size reference. So this is going to be a long one, so grab yourself a cup of tea with no milk and let's get started. So, transitioning to a vegan diet. Number one, what I would recommend you do is to educate and decide for yourself, why are you transitioning to a vegan diet? Is it for ethical reasons, i.e. love of the animals? Is it for health reasons, weight loss, weight gain, trying to get over an eating disorder, etc.? Or environmental reasons, basically the breakdown of the world by animal agriculture. So for documentaries, what I'd suggest you watch, and the order in which I suggest you watch them, would be number one, 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. I will have all these linked down below. Number two, Gary Yourofsky's Best Speech Ever. Number three, Earthlings. A lot of people suggest watching Cowspiracy too. Personally, I found that documentary a little bit dull. The reason I think everyone should watch these documentaries is to get you in the mindset that this isn't just a phase or something you're trying on for size. This is something you will want to do for life. And these documentaries, if you watch them and are affected as much as I was, afterwards you'll be thinking, this is not something I'm just trying out. I am never going to eat meat again, and I won't eat animal products. And here's me 3 months later, well, a little more than 3 months later, never ever any urges to eat meat or drink milk. There is a quote, God, this sounds so philosophical. There is a quote that my brother told me about, my brother Carl, and he went vegan about 1.5 to 2 years before I did. And it goes like this: if I could not only survive but thrive on a diet that causes no pain or suffering, then why wouldn't I choose to live that way? Just think about that. I would also set myself up by subscribing to really good vegan YouTube channels. Now, what good is could be different for different people. A few I would suggest you subscribe to would be Bite Size Vegan. I also recommend Healthy Happy Life. My friend Gemma, she's got a beautiful vegan channel, which I also recommend you check out. She does lots of cookery, vlogs, what I eat in a day. Is really like her channel. John Venus, because duh. If you're into female fitness and bodybuilding and stuff like that, naturally Stephanie is probably another channel you'd like to watch. And my favourite vegan cookery channel of all time has to be the Vegan Corner. Those recipes, amazing. Another YouTuber I absolutely adore is Banana Blondie 108. I'll have all these linked down below, obviously. How do I start? Michelle. She is a yogi, so she is like a really experienced yoga woman. And she's a yoga teacher, and she's vegan, and she's just so real and so down to earth, and she curses and she doesn't give a fuck, and she talks about these topics on her vlogs. Like, when you sit down and watch one of her vlogs, you'll be like watching loads of her vlogs. I promise you, you'll really like her. Next step is get excited. Don't feel like this is something that you're going to just plod through and you're restricting yourself and you're just like, ugh, you think of it as a negative thing. Think of it as a positive thing. Get excited to learn new things, buy new things, taste new things, learning new recipes, getting creative with your food. Excited to become the healthiest possible version of yourself, to have loads of energy, to sleep better, to eat an absolute abundance of foods, and to never have to really watch your calories ever again. What's not to get excited about? While being excited, you also need to be prepared that there may be a couple of slip-ups. But the bottom line is, intention is what matters. If you happen to eat a bag of crisps or chips, you assumed they would be vegan and flip them over and see there's like whey or lactose or something in them, you're going to make slip-ups. It's the intention is what matters. Getting prepared is another really big thing. If you have some spare time, batch cook and freeze some dinners and have them in the freezer for times when you're bored, hungry, don't want to cook, need something fast. Because those are the times you may reach for animal products or crave animal products or think you're craving animal products to satisfy the intense hunger that you may be feeling. Watch a lot of what I eat in a day vegan videos on YouTube to get ideas for meals, breakfasts, lunch, dinners, snacks, but don't get too caught up in it, because I've noticed a lot of them seem to be all these airy-fairy, arty-farty, really sparkly, edited, beautiful dinners and stuff, and they're just not practical. And that is why I plan to put up some what I eat in a day videos myself, and they will be a lot less aesthetically pleasing than the ones that you may be used to. But hey, you know me, I like to keep things real. Try to keep a positive mindset. It's easy to get bogged down by the thoughts of things. You can get overwhelmed, and you might think at that point that you really want meat, dairy, eggs, whatever. I actually felt like this way for the first 2 weeks. It was so overwhelming. Like, I was thinking, what am I going to have for my dinner? It's going to be so much effort. It's such a bad thing, but that will pass, I promise. After about 2 weeks, I was sailing. At the start, I would suggest replacing meat with something, a meat substitute, or veggie burgers, or potatoes, or something like that, so that you're kind of, it's a slow transition. It's not completely down to like salads and stuff. P.S. I've not eaten one salad since I've gone vegan, just FYI. And while these are processed and they probably wouldn't be what you'd call healthy vegan foods, they're still vegan. This is a really important one. Do not let yourself go hungry. This is when you are very likely to panic and throw in the towel on the whole thing. So you need to keep yourself satiated at all times. Try to keep some vegan foods and snacks on hand at all times, so that if you are stuck or caught out, that you have something to eat that will satiate you until you can actually have a substantial meal. Don't stress too much over the calories. Eat until you're satisfied. Even eat until you're really full. If you really like to track for a while using an app like MyFitnessPal to make sure you're getting in enough calories. For women, they say we should be eating at least 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day, and men it's like 3,000 plus. So sometimes it is necessary to track, and I am still tracking to make sure that I'm getting in enough. Believe it or not, it is difficult to get in 2,000 calories on a vegan diet. That is a lot of food. I'm gonna have to read this one. These are the foods that I recommend you buy in your grocery shop. Some of them are obvious. Fruits, berries, vegetables, rice, pasta, vegan pasta, obviously, porridge, vegan breads. Specifically, I really enjoy the beef-free products. They are gluten-free, they're vegan, they're delicious, they don't make me feel full, and they don't make me fart like a mofo afterwards. Really recommend the beef-free stuff. It's available in Tesco's, Super Value and Dunnes as far as I know. Hummus, salsa, dark chocolate. I think if it's more than 62% dark, then more than likely it's vegan. But if you look at the ingredients, it'll tell you if there's milk solids in it. Popcorn, Aldi's vegetable crisps, amazing and vegan, and they're actually so tasty. Get them, they're really good. Aldi's garlic bread, surprisingly vegan. The Pizza Di Piero pizza bases that you get in Dunnes and Tesco, amazing, simple, very few ingredients, vegan, delicious. Coconut or almond milk. I prefer coconut. Chocolate coconut milk for your porridge to make it like a dessert. It's delicious. So good. Frozen fruit like mango and pineapple. I get mine in Aldi in these trays. Really affordable and really good to have some ice cold smoothies. The fruity couscous pot from Aldi. Absolutely delicious. Delicious. It's in the salad section and I love it. It's only €1.50 or €2. So good and vegan. The spicy one is not vegan. There is honey in it. Speaking of Aldi, I'm like an Aldi spokesperson. Aldi's vegetarian burgers and their spicy bean burgers are phenomenal and vegan. Also, I recommend you try out Moodley Manor meats. Now, here's the thing with Moodley. I've tried all of their stuff at this stage. I really like their sausages, but their sausages don't really like me. A couple of hours later and my tummy will be a little bit jippy, but I still eat them because they're absolutely delicious. Rashers, pretty good. Texture isn't spot on, but the taste is, and I like the rashers. Burgers, wasn't a fan of. They have the texture of pork, they kind of taste like pork, and I don't like pork, so they're just not to my taste. And for Christmas Day I had the Moodley Christmas roast, which was absolutely phenomenal, and I'm disgusted Christmas is over now. I'm gonna have to wait till next year to get another one. For cheese, cheese has actually become really readily available now in Dunnes. You can buy Violife cheeses. This is what they look like, and they're not that much more expensive than regular dairy cheese, and these are vegan and they're fine. They're really good for on top of pizzas, in sandwiches. I really like them. As you can see, I have quite a few. Those can be gotten in Dunnes, and I think they're $3.89 or something a pack. Really nice. Eating out. This is something a lot of people were asking me about on Snapchat when I asked for any questions. Eating out. Asian is usually really good for vegan options. Indian, Chinese, Thai, Japanese. Usually really good for vegan options. I find Wagamama really welcoming for vegans. Any Thai restaurant really that I've been in has had some vegan options. They're just really accommodating. They have no problem in stir frying up some vegetables and rice for you, so Asian is good. Mexican, also very good when it comes to vegans. My own personal favourite is the Hungry Mexican in town. Absolutely love it. It's at the back of Bodkin's Bar beside DIT on Bolton Street. No, they're not paying me to say that. I paid my way there. They don't know who the hell I am. Really like their stuff, and they can make most of the things on the menu vegan for you, and I believe the chef is either vegetarian or vegan. Alternatively, in any other restaurant, if you just go to the vegetarian section of the menu and just establish whether there's anything there that could be adapted to be vegan. So for example, if there is pizza, ask them to hold the cheese. Ask whether the base has dairy in it. Usually bases don't. So basically just establish whether egg, cheese or cream or milk can be held out from the vegetarian options, and so far I haven't had a problem, and I've been eating out quite a bit. I hate salads, and I haven't eaten one salad since going vegan. Ew. If you're peckish on the go, there are a couple of snacks I recommend you have. Bananas are nature's fast food. They're delicious, they give you lots of energy quite quickly, and they satiate your hunger for a little while until you can actually get something more substantial in your. Naked bars are also vegan and raw. I wouldn't be the biggest fan of them. I think they're a little bit overpriced and quite small, and wouldn't be the hugest fan, but in a pinch I will have them. Eggs. You need to get in the frame of mind, okay, this is gonna like affect you for life. You wouldn't eat a sheep's period, so why would you eat chickens? Just get that in your head and you'll just be like, yeah, why do I want to eat something else's period? There are so many egg replacements. Bite Size Vegan did an amazing video on this. There's like flax egg, there's mashed banana, there's loads of different egg replacements. And again, Google is your best friend. Don't be too proud to supplement. Now, a lot of vegans that I've seen are too proud, I think, to supplement. I have no problem in supplementing. If there's something I'm lacking and I need it, I'm going to supplement it, obviously. Vegans can get every nutrient and micronutrient they require from a plant-based diet, except for vitamin B12. From what I've gathered, B12 is basically found in dirt. Meat eaters are more likely to get the daily allowance of vitamin B12 because they eat the meat, and the meat once ate the grass that had dirt on it, so they get it secondarily through that. However, 40% of the world's population are deficient in vitamin B12, so it's not just vegans. There's a hell of a lot of meat eaters deficient in it too. About 9 weeks into this new vegan lifestyle, I noticed I was getting quite a lot of mouth ulcers, and they were popping up and they were multiplying. So I wondered, is this a sign of B12 deficiency? So I googled it, sure enough it is. I started taking a B complex multivitamin, and within 5 to 6 days they were all gone. So I now take 2 B complex supplements per day, one with my breakfast and one with my dinner. Prepare yourself for shitty remarks from people, but I advise you don't engage in any arguments. I don't ever look down on meat eaters or think that I'm better than them. If they saw the documentaries and the research that I have seen, I am pretty sure the vast majority of them would also be vegan too. I do remain hopeful that one day maybe all of us will see the way. I don't tell many people I'm vegan because I find that it can get their backs up and that people automatically assume I'm judging them as they eat their ham sandwich. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not responsible for what other people eat. I'm responsible for what I put in my body, and I'm responsible for my impact on the environment, on the planet, on other beings, etc, etc. So I don't really care what other people eat. I do wish everyone would go vegan, but I have no influence on them, so I'm only going to worry about myself. The last point, and I'm going to read this one if that's okay. Do the best that you're capable of. If you feel you can only go vegetarian, do that. And if you feel you can only have one vegan day or meal a week, do it too. Every little helps. Some vegans might berate people who only make small changes like this, but I believe that every single time a person makes a vegan food choice, it makes a difference, no matter how slight. And I think I've covered everything. And I'm really sorry that this video is about a decade long. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below, and I'd be more than happy to make a sequel answering these questions. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you in my next one.